What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Classic Quest podcast. This is the show where we talk about the hip-hop albums and give our thoughts and perspectives on every single song. The kind of albums that we offer our perspectives on would be shit like the Littyyy Bros, Volume 3, Coquitos and Cuchifritos. That's right. We're going to go through... I've heard him say it a lot. I go through the entire album of Littyyy Bros, Volume 3, Coquitos and Cuchifritos, and... we're going to talk about each and every one of them songs. My name is Holden Stephan Roy.
My name is Chris Chrome. What up, guys?
And that's right. We getting litty with the Littyyy Bros. I should have said my name's Littyyy Bro Ho Ho. And that's what's your name?
Littyyy Bros CC.
That's right. That's what it is today. And this is the album review for Littyyy Bros, Volume 3, Coquitos and Cuchifritos. Yo, when I see people who know how to keyword stuff better than me, it's like fucking art. It's like writing bars into their script, and it's so awful and so transparent. Anyway, let's get into this. We like to start off all of our album reviews kind of contextualizing our familiarity with the artist and, you know, giving you a little context, you fans of the Littyyy Bros out there. Who are we? Why are we, you know, doing this album review? And, you know, it just became kind of the new start to it. So, Littyyy Bro CC, why don't you tell us a little bit about your familiarity with the overall Littyyy Bros phenomenon?
I feel like a really shitty Littyyy Bro. I mean, this is actually the first full-on project I'm going to sit down and listen to.
Didn't even listen to Volume 1 or Volume 2?
I did go back and quickly listen to Volume 1 and 2, but, like, I couldn't focus. Like, I was sick. So I did the best I can to, like, try to understand what was going on at the time. But, I mean, I know the Littyyy Bros because I know Flacko from our show Perspectives, and from what I know of Flacko, it's party, it's good times, good vibes, hard work, and nice clothes, and just fashionable, and just always great. Plus, interviewing Littyyy Bro Polly, like, kind of echoes the same sentiments. Always, everything is just always on the positive, up and up, always about, like, just striving for better things, always wanting, like, more and greater, and just being, like, ahead of the curve, and just, again, fashionable, and just having just this, like, living in the moment feel. And I'm pretty sure we interviewed the Jesse too, right?
Yeah. Okay, all right. We did interview Jess James Figueroa, but Jess James is not really part of Volume 3. He was part of Volume 1 and 2, because Littyyy Bros is like a rotating cast of characters. Picture it like arguably like a boy band of sorts with a rotating supergroup kind of shit, where it doesn't necessarily, it's whoever's in it this time is in it. Currently, the roster is Littyyy Bro Flacko, Littyyy Bro Polly, and Littyyy Bro Lady, who is the new one in the logo
and
there.
Five and Aqui and Aqui.
Well, they're like on the project per se, but then there's like the core group. And I might be misinterpreting it a bit, so I'm sure Littyyy Bro Flacko will be down there in the comments with whatever corrections is necessary. But you can think of Littyyy Bros as like a mentality. Like, it's a way of being. It's about the pure sofrito and all that. And so currently, Jess James, I believe, is not involved in this project, but was in the past too.
Fair enough. I mean, that's where I know the Littyyy Bros and members of the Littyyy Bros from. That's how I got introduced into their world. And this is the, I guess, first project I do an in-depth review on, because I wasn't there when you did your Volume 2 review.
Or the Volume 1 review. Psh, that's right. We did the Volume 1 review. Actually, the Volume 1 review caught Littyyy Bros Flacko's attention. If you watch the Perspective show, you'll hear all about how that album review, it led to an interview, and he felt that interview was mad therapeutic, and being the Bronx guy that he is, typical New York person, had to go put all his people onto it, etc., etc. Go watch Perspectives. It's like basically how we start most episodes. So
every episode.
Yeah, so like Flacko Bayo, Littyyy Bro Flacko be the homeboy. We be like doing the show. I mean, I was literally with him doing a cool ass interview like 2 Wednesdays ago. So like we be like cool, you know, we down there. It was nice to be in person with him for the second time. So like I do know him. Can I say I'm biased? Nah, because I don't really apply that bias to like the reviews, but I'm like cognizant he's going to watch this and that I'm going to have to see him again. So I'm cognizant of that. But I like his music, so like we're really cool. with the shit. Like I was cycling to this yesterday, and I'm like, this is a great addition to the shit I cycle to in the sun, having a wonderful time. Like so I like fucks with the project. I fucks with the Littyyy Bros energy. And I just think it's worth putting out. I mean, there's even a little bit of behind the scenes-ness that Bonnie and I witnessed into this album being made in the stew type shit. So, like, I mean, that's just a fair context because of the journalistic integrity of being candid with y'all. But as much as possible, we go through it and give the thoughts and opinions proper. And with that, Chris, what do you think about the title and the cover?
I mean, I like the cover. I think it really kind of signifies home from like what I understand with Flacko. I think that's like his bodega, or at least a bodega in the Bronx.
Hold up.
I
Watch
think
the screen, bro. So I had an embarrassing moment. Let me tell you about that. I Googled Cuchifritos because I know I eaten one and I wanted to make sure it was what it was. And I hit on images and I scrolled down and I'm like, bro, your album cover's right there. And it's not his album cover. It's this beautiful picture, but it's an actual Cuchifritos place.
Oh, I mean, I think it's cool. I think it kind of gives me an insight of like this is just gonna be home, sort of. And the name was cool. I don't really have much. I'm not really too
It's like I don't
like
fucking understand
informed.
any of this shit.
Like that's like besides like knowing who Flacko is and like watching the fucking interviews, it's like this is clearly something from like New York. This is clearly Bronx. This is clearly like means something to him. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. And like I guess I'm like, yeah, this is what I would expect from a project of his, I guess. But like I don't understand it. Like it's the name. And
I appreciate you, CC. So what's fun is that Volume 1 is champagne and cocaine. Volume 2 is, fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Codeine and something. Even all embarrassing, whatever. It's also a C.
Caviar.
That's it. It's got like a fucking double C set up. And then Volume 3, Coquitos and Cuchifritos. So there's a little consistency going on there. I don't remember what Coquitos is, to be honest, but I definitely like Cuchifritos. So let's Google Coquitos together so we can see it, because maybe I should have done that beforehand. Sometimes it's a drink. There you go. It's a cocktail. So we keeping up with the naming scheme of what we've been going through it. And this time we get in a very different vibe. I love the cover because, like, it really looks cool. It looks like on the simultaneously, like the way the top part there looks like a show. You know, it's like an announcement of some kind of event. And simultaneously, it looks delicious because now I've eaten food of this variety and I'm just having happy food memories of it. I don't know. I'm kind of biased to it all. And I just think it looks like nice. Like it's an inviting cover. Like it's like you're like, where is that? What is this spot? How can I go there? Like, you know, it gives you this curiosity that, like, a lot of boring-ass covers are just, like, nice or whatever. So I fucks with this heavy. Plus, it's a real-ass picture of a real-ass store and shit that got, like, morphed and whatnot. So that's pretty dope, too. I don't have much more to say about it except that the first one was a vibe. The second one was a different vibe. And we about to go on a whole-ass third Latin-inspired vibe. And I think without further ado, we can get into it with the first one, called Thank You. So thank you all for being here. All right, Chris, how do you feel about Thank You?
I like it. I mean, I like it. I think it has a certain swagger to it. I think I just understood that like they're calling him cute and he's saying thank you. And this is like a flexi track. And he's kind of like showing you who Littyyy Bro Flacko is. And I think it's pretty solid. It took me a while to kind of like get into it. I was just like, I don't know. I guess it's like a different type, like a sound change a little bit for me. But it flows nicely, and I do give him that. I was impressed with Flacko and how he's just like he just feels so free with it. Like even in the first verse, like Littyyy Bro Flacko, pretty. And he just at that edge and the bounce he has with the way he goes with it was just so cool to me. I like when he's I like when he goes, I rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Don't you get it? Poppy spending is a habit. Um, and then like follows it up with what do you think it's easy trying to live above average? Like I like that mentality of like trying to be better and trying to be above standards and always trying to just be greater and like acknowledging that this is real work. Like it's really something you got to put work into. You got to make sure you keep up with, I guess, trends and fashions and like lingos and shit. And it's like it's not, it just doesn't come to you. And the way that he like, if he has it, he's gonna flaunt it. Like the way that he just flaunts it on this song, it's like really, really cool. And I did actually really appreciate that. So good job, Flacko. I was really impressed with this one as like a starting. Um, I like how he goes narcissistic, fuck cocky. I was like, that's like the first time I've heard somebody be like, yeah, I'm fucking narcissistic. What do you think about that? Like it's not like this negative connotation to it. He's like, yo, fucking right, I am. Like, I'm the best. Like, so that was also kind of cool.
It's Littyyy, bro.
It's Littyyy, bro. Um, and verse two, just I felt like was kind of cool as well. I like how we brought in the Fabi bro. That was like how could you just call me Fabio? Like you got to add the bro to it. You got to like know and keep what's going on. I like the whole head up in the clouds Galileo. That was just like a cool line to me. But everything else was pretty solid. Like this flowed well. This flowed great. I think it was a cool little intro. One thing that I didn't like, I guess because it's the Littyyy Bros, I kind of like as an intro song expected everybody, but that's my own like assumptions and my own expectations, which I shouldn't
Yo,
have had. And just
Polly's doing ad libs and shit. Polly's there.
yes, I think just like everybody, like one of these like intro tracks with the group. Anyway, that was just my own selfish expectation, which doesn't matter. Overall, though, I did give this a 4 on 5, a good start.
Fire. I like this song. I mean, I heard it before the review, and I've had like a good week and a bit to like think about it. And the first thing I'm left with is if you've ever met Littyyy Bro Flacko, this is not fake. This is not an exaggeration. That is exactly what the fuck he is like. So I'm not speaking Spanish all that well. I can understand shit. Like I know yo soy is I am. I know that, but I'm not even going to try. So Google Translate. I'm so cool. I'm so cute. I'm like, yeah, he's coming through with that shit. And then IK Chulo, you are. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Let's go check that. I'm down. We're not doing this maybe the whole way through, but I mean, it's the fucking hook of the song. And again, if we're going to discuss it, oh my God, Holden, why didn't you copy this properly the first time? Shout out all of you for watching me blunder over here. Still, how cool you are. Thank you. And so it's like a response to it. And it's just so like fun. And then with the video, you watch him being like all pretty boy Flacko, just like, ooh. And then it's the little doggy at the end. It's a fun little video. But I love the chorus. It gets stuck in your fucking head. Okay, like it just gets stuck in your head. Like for the last week, I've been like, "Ay, que chulo yo soy, tan cute," and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but it's stuck in my fucking head, and I can't get it out. And arguably, that is the most important thing a chorus is supposed to do on your song is to be sticky like a motherfucker. Um, Now, Flacko posted this lovely guide of the genres he tapped into because, like, I could have fucking figured that out on my own. I would not have. So, this one is a Latin pop song. That's some fun facts for all of y'all. We're going to do that on every track. The beat's nice. It's catchy. I like the way it kind of has that, like, pop. You just kind of feel cocky to it. It feels like the start of this project, like an introduction. And it's, like, not just to him, but to this idea and lifestyle of being Littyyy. Like, and it's like you look at it and it feels kind of cocky, but it also feels like a sense of I'm just trying to live my best fucking life. I love myself. I'm trying to have the finest things. I'm trying to be the best person. And what you think is easy, trying to live above average, like, yeah, I put that effort in to be above average. I put that effort into having this sofrito. And sofrito is just having the drip and the sauce. But if you say sauce is corny, so now you got to say sofrito and elevate it to your own slang. That's having sofrito, is to just be yourself, etc. And like, I just, if I have it, I'm gonna flaunt it. And I'm like, a lot of people don't like that, but like, that's because a lot of people didn't try as hard to have it, you know? And when you put your whole life into having it, what else are you supposed to do? Now you're gonna flaunt it. It's like the results of everything you put out. I also like that twist on America's Most Wanted, where it's like I'm the most desired thing in America. Like it's like we live this lifestyle that people really, really want, rather than being more of your typical twist on it. Like, yo, Flacko be clever with this shit. And I really think he's in the pocket really tight. Like even when he speeds up, slows it down, like everything just feels so smooth in this song. It feels like a really catchy, well-made, short introduction to a lifestyle. And just even at the end when he's like, I was like, correction, bitch, Fabi, bro. I was like, too late, one mistake, arrivederci, bitch, I said adios. And it's like the idea that not only is this being Littyyy, it's like you don't even have the opportunity to fuck up. You just have to be perfect to be Littyyy. You have to always be on point to be Littyyy. Like it's really like a high effort cockiness that's justified by the actions of your existence kind of packed into a song. And it's like a pretty powerful mission statement for an introduction. I really like it. I really think it's strong. First time I heard it, I was like, I don't know if I would listen to this because it's outside of my comfort zones per se. But then like the more I heard it and the more, once you cycle to some shit and it feels good, I don't know how else to put it, but exercise and music go real good together. So this shit's like a 4.75. It's really catchy and it's really stuck in like my head, and it's really a vibe. And Polly does a lot to like complement the main vocals and shit. If you listen to the actual production, it's extremely well fucking made from an engineering and all of that standpoint. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about Thank You. Gracias, everyone. It's Littyyy Bro. All right, Chris, what do you feel about this one?
This one was a little bit harder. What I came to conclude was this is a really good live performance. Like I want to see this live. I want to see what like the energy and just the crowd move and everybody together. Because for me, I was like, this is I get on the project like part of the whole thing. I get it, and it's really cool, and I really like the anthemic part of like the Littyyy Bro-ness and all of that. But this just like I don't know. I didn't really like feel this so much. I like Lady Hussle. That was cool. Littyyy Bro Lady, she was cool at the end. Flacko does great. I like he's not bad at rapping. Like this is actually really fun. I just this wasn't for me. The back and forth with like Pauly and Flacko was cool.
Super lit.
Super lit, like really super lit. I like how like in verse 2, all I know is pure sofrito, fit got you be like ayos mio. Like the way he just kind of flowed, that was cool too. And like the build up when he's like they got sauced by the kilo, the way he builds up with the beat was also cool. But like I don't know, this was like a 3.8 on 5 for me.
What? Violent. Shit's fire. I really like this one. Then again, if you catch me, I'm in the mosh pit and shit, and this feels like some fucking mosh pit music for me. The genre that it's tapping into is kuduro. Fucked if I know what that means, but we can all Google that. Kuduro. Now we all know. But I love this one. Like right away, it like tapped in, and I'm like, oh, I just want to start fucking jumping and moving and whatnot. And like, I like the chorus. It's super repetitive. It's super chanty. It's super like collectivism too, right? Because it's like it's a we thing now, right? First we get the concept of what's being Littyyy on the first track, and now it's like let's go be Littyyy together. And I really, really appreciate. I don't know. I just really appreciate kind of how it sounded. I really appreciate the cadence to it. I really just appreciate the way it flows and the way it bounces. And I could just picture it being a fun thing to turn up to.
I agree.
Then when the verse kicks in, it's like basically he just kind of telling the story of his attitude still. Like that whole first verse, like he really did go to Puerto Rico. He didn't sleep for like 6 days. He's basically out here, and he really did drink all that. He was telling me how he brought all his clothes down. He kept swapping his outfit and shit, and it just feels like this is the life we live. This is how we out here. And then, you know, when he's out there partying, the thing that really annoyed him is that, like, people be out there not enjoying their lives, not enjoying the moment. And it's like, go be in the moment and take advantage of the things that are there. Anyway, then the second verse kicks in. Polly and them go back and forth, and it creates this desirability. They're hard. They're coming through. I really like the lines. We got passports for our wardrobes. You see the fits and be like closet goals because it kind of plays on like the hidden things you desire. But it's like also having the goals in your closet. I thought that was pretty fire, just the way it came off. I like the way it flows together. And again, it has this energy where it's just like, once you understand what being Littyyy is, let's go turn up, be Littyyy, and take it to the next level with this super upbeat shit. And then we got the hook again that Littyyy Bro Lady comes through, and she just adds this twist to it with this energy where she keeps it going, but just kind of changes the vibe a little bit because she comes in almost unexpectedly too. Like she gets introduced earlier, but then here she comes, closes off the song, and it just feels like the perfect way to end it. And also introduces kind of into the story this like female character that we may not have otherwise known about. So I love the energy of this. I think it's a really fucking smash of a song. I'm going to give it like a 4.75 again. It's really cool. I really like it a lot. My grades are kind of arbitrary, so we're just running with it. But yeah, overall, enjoyable track. Let's move on to the next one. Mami, Aqui.
Chez Walmart, vous pouvez trouver tous les produits.
Yes, we were. Well, Holden was. Holden was part of the raid set yesterday. Thank you for joining our chat this morning.
Yeah. So how you feel about the song, Chris?
Yo, this is fire. Yo, they got me on this one. Yo, the whole like Spanish love and like, come here, girl, let's do this, have some fun time. Like, this was fire. Oh, I really, really enjoyed this one. Just again, that like dance energy, that like high, just like living in that moment energy was just so cool. I really do enjoy it. Littyyy Bro, right? Yeah, that he was cool. I like how he was like, "Mommy, ven Aqui, you know where I be in the VIP section in the spot." Like I said, just come, mommy, pull up to me. Like the way he kind of did a little quick choppy flow. I was like, hey, I like that. Everyone knows. Everyone who watches this, who knows Chris Chrome knows I like that. And I just felt like he flowed so nicely with Flacko and like just kind of like just matching up with them. Like I thought that was really, really dope. I like how his like, show me how you shake that ass on me, then down to the floor, and then and just know when you get to my crib, we break in the door. But like the way he was saying that, it was like this kind of wavy feel in his voice too. So that was also cool. That I like that. And just it's really dope. Like it's really fun. I like how let me tell you what I want and what I need. Mommy Vinaki, don't ask no questions. Like the way he switched questions and like kind of put that little like flair on it was so cool. It was so fun. It was really, really fun. Then you get into the hook again. What I did like about the hook is like, baby, I could pull it out and whip it out. Baby, we don't gotta argue. We can fuck it out. The way you take this dick, just be thugging out. I'll be making you so wet. We both so dripping out. Like just the way that like confidence and that like, yo, I can just do this. Like let's skip the bullshit. Let's like let's not have like we can just have good times. Let's just fuck. And that was like really, really cool. And I like Flacco's verse. I thought there was like the way he was like, I don't got no you got a booty like Nikki. I don't got no little dicky as Biggie. We couldn't get down and get sticky like Ricky. And just the way he flowed with those syllables and all did that was super cool. I like even the beginning, the hold up, you looking delicioso. Fuck round one, baby, gotta go ocho. And like there's like that pause where he's like it's stating it like, yo, we're going 8 rounds. Just make sure you know what's up. And I really just enjoyed it. Like it's so dope. And even when he was like matter of fact, don't waste your time and just let me please. Is that all you need? I could do it differently. Even when he's like, I could do it differently, he breaks the flow the way he says it to kind of show you he can also flow differently too, while also keeping the same type of like cadence and rhythm and flair, which I thought was also really dope as well. And then we get the hook again, which flows nicely, kind of repeats twice for the outro, which is cool. And then you got like Littyyy Bro Polly on the end, which I thought had a nice little punch as well, because it's just like he's like, what I need, Mami, Vinaki. And there's like this like just a rage, but like not in like a scary sense, but like just this like, I need this, I really want you, like come to me, like let's enjoy this type of moment. But it's like in this energetic rage filled it's just so cool. Like the way they use the effects on it too, I really thought it was dope. This was like a 4.8 to me. Like I really got sucked into this one. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a whole ass energy to it. As far as the genre, this one is the reggaeton feel to it. And for this one, I could say we was watching this shit get recorded. So like me and Bonnie was there. I watched Riley lay down vocals. I mean, I can't say those are the final takes that was ultimately used, but we definitely watched this come to be. Watched him talk about lyrics in the car on the way to the studio. It was kind of cool to like see that process, and then to get to this point where you hear the final product. And like you said, having like Polly at the end, they're kind of adding this like raw primal energy to it that's a little bit less smooth but more like animalistic in the approach. Just kind of shows the like lust and the desire when you see this girl, because now it's like everybody out, everybody feeling litty, and then you see this girl and it's like, yo, just come over here, let me show you what's up, we gonna go do this, we gonna go fuck it out right now. And that energy just reeks through the song. I fucking love the flip between Spanish and English. I really just enjoy it. I like the way the chorus is catchy, it gets stuck in your head, it just flows with the beat perfectly. As far as the lyrics go, it's just kind of like I'm more on an airy thing, but it's clever, right? It's just like, come through, I'm gonna show you what's up. This is from Rye. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna smash. There's like really nothing else to it, you know? It's just we gonna come with me. I'm gonna enjoy you. I got what you need. Like, and he just delivers it all elegantly with a really fast, upbeat flow, and I really enjoyed it. I really do. Then when Flacko comes through, I really like the way he uses the various rappers' names to kind of make the point. And he keeps it going with like the Nipsey Hussle lines with the level up like Nipsey. And then like after listing all these different people, ends it, it's Flacko Bayo in this beat. Like regardless to all these people, just don't get it twisted. I'm still Flacko Bayo. I'm still the coolest person on this motherfucking list of people that's out there. And I'm dripping in Sofrito. I'm out there with it. And he just kind of bounces in it. And again, like I like the way that they're non-static with their flows. Like it's like they're not afraid to speed it up, slow it down, get a little tricky with it. But everything just lands perfectly and creates this energy of just like, yo, come over. I got you. There's nobody else tonight. We going in for reals. Like you said, that we're going to go ultra line was kind of sick. Like it was like, nah, this ain't no 1 minute move. We're going in for the night. And then it just kind of has the chorus there playing out again, just kind of ending off the song properly, giving you this energy. And this is a super turn up vibe. Like I feel like this feels like this is a single energy that I've seen on the album so far. Whereas that, I mean, for like pop appeal, less so than like in other genres, I don't know. But like this to me feels like throw this on anywhere and people gonna turn the fuck up and have a great time and get to dancing. The beat's really fun. Again, all these beats are really sticky. Like there's these core like the kind of sound there that like loops through it and like kind of like has that Timbaland effect of being repetitive throughout the beat and gets sticky in your head and just kind of keeps you in there. And I really like that because it makes the song like on repeat listens almost more enjoyable than if it was a super complicated, high effort experience. So I really like it. I give this another, I'd say this is probably like a 5. It's really fucking well made. So let's move on to the next one, the Frikytona. All right, how do you feel about this one, Chris?
Yo, this is a whole vibe. Like just the whole song, the whole like the just everything about it is a vibe. I really like how like Flacco's like they put like a whisper effect, or maybe that's even him doing it, and just like it's more about the like flow of the beat and the flow of like just the energy that's kind of through the song. I mean, I guess it would also be the flow of the vibe too, but it's like there's a certain like listening to this gave me like this certain like image in my mind, like you're it's like intimate with somebody, like it's you and somebody in this like moment together and you're kind of just like in sync. And that's kind of how I felt throughout this whole track. And that also gave me that feeling with like the way they kind of have Flacco whispering and just just I don't know, it was really really cool. I don't know what the fuck any of it means. I like the intro. I like how the intro is like kind of gives me this old school type of feel. I feel like there's like this like 90s-esque feel to it as well.
I can't remember what song it is, but it's like an actual like song that they have at the beginning of it that Polly talks over.
Yeah, so like that's kind of what gave me that. And I thought it would flow nice, and just the way it switched up into this was also really cool. And I like how there's this like even in the intro with Littyyy Bro Polly, it's like there's this certification of like, I want you to say Littyyy Bros. Like, I want you to know who we are. I want you to know, like, we out here, we from New York, and you are gonna know our name type shit. And that was also kind of cool.
It
And
also
it
sounds like
just
he's like fucking her. Like, say my name when you fucking bitch.
I thought I thought they were fighting, but I didn't get it that way. But cool. No, the rest of it, it's really dope. I mean, it's a 4.5 on 5 to me. But it's solid.
Yeah. As far as the lyrics go, other than what Polly's screaming out in English, bro, it's all in Spanish. I mean, I Google translated it. It's basically, I could summarize it as, let's have sexy times. I want to sexy time with you. And here's a bunch of sexy time stuff that I could say that would entice you to sexy time with me. And it's got this whispered kind of feel to it. And what's interesting is it feels like the vocals of the verse, because it's whispered, are like lowered even further into the mix than the other ones. Like a more intimate, like you have to actually like get a little more close and listen to what he's saying to you. And I think that effect is really cool. Otherwise, it's a vibe. It's one of them tracks that would come on and I would pretend I knew what the fuck was happening. But otherwise, you just vibe into it. You can just picture people dancing. His flow is ridiculous on it. This one's apparently Brazil funk and Afro trap. Fair. And I like the way that it's like multiple verses, and then in the last one, it kind of gets a little quicker, a little more energetic with it. Almost like as it goes on, it's like your anticipation speeds up, and like you're getting more lust filled and more intense with it. So you just got to go quicker. You got to save in more. You're getting almost nervous in anticipation of the build up of this like seductive moment. So I thought that effect was pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, for the Spanish ones, it's hard for me to appreciate the bars per se, because I don't really know if they're well written or not. I'm just going to assume that they're well written Spanish love poetry of some kind. And the beat though is so fun. It's just so enticing, and the mix between his vocals, like, it's just really great. Like, I would throw this shit on if I was trying to seduce somebody and I was trying to be like fun and festive, you know, like, yo, I'm cultured. Throw this shit on. Let's go. And then it just ends with Polly being like, yeah, fuck all that shit. Get your friend, suck that shit too. And I just love that. Like, at the end
No
of it,
teeth.
that's just kind of like, don't forget, it's Littyyy Bros, bitch. And I'm like, that's a hard end of this song. Yeah, it's another 4.5, or I guess a 4.5. I guess it's harder for me to be like, yeah, I fully appreciate this one in its depth if I don't understand the words. But from a musical level, I fully appreciate the emotion. Next one on the project is Secrets.
Yo, Paulie's energy is just yo. That ending is so great, and with the auto tune, it was just so fun. And it's like, the Littyyy Bros, we run the city, yo, bitch. Like, it's just great. It's just fucking great. This is a bop. This hit me in the feels. This is like, yo, I like you. Fuck your man. You know you like me, and I'm okay with just being a fling ting. You figure out your shit, because I'm just living my life, and I really, really enjoyed it. I like the way that, like, Flacko, like, with the way he's like bust it with the auto tune on it. That was really dope, and just the whole, like, just the way it carries through the verse, that was really cool. The hook, so call me over, call me your poppy, call me right now, tell me, that just got me moving. I was just like, hey, what up, yo. And that, like, just oh man, this is that, dude. I love this so much. And then Littyyy Bro Lady, just her voice on this, and the way that she like plays this I want you, but I need you to know that I have these things to deal with. Like, I'm booed up. I'm like, I got married and all this shit, but like, fuck all that. You like put me in this trance that makes me just want to be with you. And like, you can like bust it in his Rover, which is pretty hard. Like, bro, Shorty's like, yo, let's go fuck in my man's car. Like that. That's hard. That's okay, cool. But like, the rest of it flows really nicely. I really like this. I really, really like this. It's just one of those like slow, sneaky link Playboy type tracks, and it's just really dope. And I really, really like it. I really liked it. It's like a 4.8, bro. This is fire as
It's
fuck.
a vibe. Something that's just worth pointing out. So she goes, "You can fuck her, bust it in his Rover, right?" Now, Littyyy Bro Lady and Littyyy Bro Polly are actually together, right? And then Littyyy Bro Polly's driving in the Rover, his Rover. And then Littyyy Bro Flacko's being invited to fuck in the Rover. And I'm like, say a word. I think that's what's going on over here. I mean, that's a clue. I didn't put that in the track. That's what I'm interpolating off of that shit. So that was just a fun detail. But yeah, I really like the way the energy comes in, and it's like, you know, you're out and about, you've just had that like kind of more intimate moment, and then the passion builds up, and now you out there, and it's like, yo, girl, I want that shit. Let's fucking go. But in the context, it's like not just, you know, clean and kosher. He's like, I don't really want to be committed here. You just so fucking fine. I gotta bust it and like dip out. And then she's like, fair enough. I just want your time. I just want whatever you're gonna give me. But you know, I feel different about you than I feel about anyone else. But I'm compromised. I hope you can understand this can't be forever since I got this diamond ring. It's just like be a fling. It's just be like this little romance, passionate moment in our life that we can have when we can have it and let it go. And it like taps into, like, it reminds me almost of the Latin sitcoms where all kinds of love dramas break out and all kinds of, you know, stuff happens. This one's also apparently a reggaeton track. And I just really like the energy. I like the chorus too. You're basically like caught up into it. It's really sticky. You want to sing along to it like Chris was doing there. I mean, well, the Flacko part of the chorus, I was singing along. But the lady part is also really dope, and it kind of carries it over. And I like the fact that it like has this little story that gets moved along. And you're just like kind of left with that little clue at the end with the outro. And you're like, yo, this song like actually be contextualizing some hidden romance shit, some stuff going over there, but she still has this genuine desire for him that kind of carries over with the passionate, because I feel like passion is the core of this album, right? Like this passionate desire to be yourself and get what you want in life. So if you think about the Littyyy Bros attitude, it's like, I don't really care if you got a man. I want it. I'm gonna get it. You know, like, so it's just cool. I feel like it keeps the project moving along, and it's a nice smooth, like you could dance to it kind of vibe. I give it a 4.75. It's a really good jam. And Lady does a great job. I don't feel like I complimented her enough, but she does a great job kind of adding that singy, almost like R&B element into it to kind of soulful, just like, you know, balance it off, because like her singing, no offense to Flacko, be a lot cleaner than Flacko's, and it comes through different. Like the auto-tune's lit, and I like what Flacko does. It's like this unapologetic, I'm gonna get it thing, but if she comes in with this like real smooth, seductive vibe, and I really fucks with it heavy. Anyhow, the next track on this is the Coquitos version of Flavors, which does sound different than the original version, which y'all can go check out on the Littyyy Bros YouTube channel. All right, Chris, how do you feel about Flavors?
I felt like this one was a little slower for me.
Slower. Like the tempo
like
was slower? Like the BPM?
Tempo, energy, just like I don't know. I felt like this was just a little bit like, I was like, this is cool, this is good, but I didn't really feel like this was all like up there for some reason. I mean, I don't know. I felt like this is a cool song to say he's got different women and he's got different flavors. And I like how he plays on that like idea of like different ethnicities and different colors and different just types of women in general and who they are and kind of like what they represent and how he enjoys them and likes them. There is this like ode to like his main person that he likes and that he really fucks with and holds down. So that's also really cool. I do get this sense in like, with the first verse, he kind of like finds, I guess, the person he wants to be with, and he's so like enthralled by her that he's like ready to start like settling down and commit. And people are like, yo, are you sure you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, no, I got this. Like I'm down. But I guess like with even the second verse, it kind of feels like she's okay with him also having other people, and it's kind of like this happy little lifestyle, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's dope. I enjoyed it. There is a bop to it. There is like a little kind of like when he makes make it clap, make that booty clap. It's like you can like kind of clap along, and it does kind of feel dope. I like that like the off rhyme on rhyme shit. Like she's posting pics and vids right on her OnlyFans. She make it clap, bring it back. It's a boomerang. Like it doesn't rhyme, but it does rhyme. Like in that, like when you flow it and the way you kind of like with that certain type of energy, it kind of feels dope. So it's cool. And then even with like post a snap, TikTok, or on Instagram, it's like the boomerang kind of also rhymes with the Instagram, which I thought was also pretty cool as well.
You got like the fans, Ang and Graham, man, all on one rhyme scheme. And then the make it clap, bring it back is the internal rhyme within the line. So it's like it rhymes.
Yeah, it's dope. I gave this a 4.2.
Fair. I like the version with Polly a lot more because I don't think Polly's on the original, and he just comes through and he just ad-libs it and accentuates it. Like how he kind of like lines up and just does the punches on, I think it's the second verse or the first, I don't remember which verse it is, but the way he just lines up and does like the punches instead of Flacko with more of a harmonic melody added is really fucking great. Just the energy he brings in the background is like, it just enhances the track. It's almost like a Flava Flav effect. Like he really like understands the nuances to taking a song and bringing it there. Because Polly's perfect with this shit. The beat is ridiculously fun. Like it's meant to be, I find, kind of an airy, flamboyant, booty clapping experience. There's a lot of clapping going on. It's at a good tempo, and you can just picture the booty clapping going. In Flacco's notes of the story of this song, he put strip club. So, I guess that's where he's at with it. But, it comes to me like, you just had this weird love triangle situation. Maybe you feel in a way. Maybe you got a little bit of pent-up energy. So you go to where the booties are clapping because, you want to deal with that energy. And maybe you weren't able to actually smash in the Rover because Polly showed up or whatever. And you're like, okay, we're not doing that. Let's go have fun. But I like the way that it taps into, like, the independence of women too, right? Like, she's posting pics on her OnlyFans. She's pushing it to social, etc. She looking single, homie. She don't need a man. Like she's leveraging her position in this field to go out there and get that bag and sustain her independence. And then meanwhile, he's just mesmerized by the booty clapping. Like, how you doing that? Like, let's be real. Sometimes you see some shit and you're like, how is that ass being so fucking magical? Fair questions. That's all I'm trying to say. Then the next verse, I feel, or in the verse, he kind of moves it forward and just kind of describes this girl that he's like, kind of like, so infatuated with. You got this like picture him fucking drunk in the club, like, wow, you just take it all. I got you. And my favorite part of this whole fucking song is when he goes, she blew my mind, her ass divine, and Polly shows up with the put a ring on it. And I'm like, that's the best part of this song, is Polly Hussle saying put a ring on it. That shit is hilariously placed. Like, well, bitch, if that's what you want, go put a fucking ring on it. Like, I feel like, because like, you just picture that moment, right? Like you're watching your homeboy and you're like, whatever, put a ring on it. Like almost egging him on, but like almost mocking the situation at the same time. I thought it was an amazing line. And the second verse is just praising the entire spectrum of it all the flavors that are out there. I feel like there's almost like this like air of pimpery going on as you've just got access to all the flavors of the world, especially in a place like New York City where all the flavors are available. I just like it. I think it's a fun anthemic feel. It's an enjoyable song, and it definitely kind of changes the vibe because we're going from like, this more lovey, seductive, let's smash on the low to like flavors everywhere, baby, let's go. Like the energy changed a bit. Like now we're out or something. Right. So I give it a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. The next one is Sunroof. All right, Chris, how do you feel about Sunroof?
Yo, this is fire. This is so hard. Like, I really, really enjoy just the aggressiveness and just the party drums and just the high, everything about this is so awesome. I like how Flacko just seems to be having like so much fun on the hook and like just standing for the Bronx. Like they move out the way when we come through. You already know how the Bronx do. It's Littyyy Bros. We do what we want. We hanging out the windows in the sunroof. And it's like, it's like just stating like, yo, you're fucking with people from the Bronx and you know what we're about. Like, we don't need to actually tell you. It comes with our energy, it comes with our aura. And I thought it was fucking fire, bro. And like even the way that like his verse kind of flows and the storytelling of the verse of how like they're hanging out the sunroof and everybody's got a bottle and everybody's like chilling, it kind of gives me this sense of like, yo, we're taking care of our people as well. Like if we're partying and you're with me, you're gonna have a bottle, you're gonna also be living this lifestyle too, you're also gonna get litty with us, and we're all just gonna kind of like enjoy this. And then I like how it kind of breaks off into this like Flacco's like going through this all nighter, and then he keeps drinking till 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then he's like, yo, fuck the walk of shame. Like, I'm proud of what I did. I did like I know that I had fun. I know this, and I like how he connects it to like when his parents never allowed him, like kind of that rebelling side where it's like, yo, growing up, I wanted to do these things, but I couldn't. But now it's like I'm a man, I'm older, I'm an adult, I can fucking do these things, and I'm living the life that I want. And then I like how it kind of flows into him having like coming home and he's like drunk and then dealing with like his wife and having to like, and he's like, yo, I wish I could help you, but you ain't getting shit out of me because I'm so fucking plastered, and like this is just kind of how I live my life. And I thought it was super, super dope. And it just kind of gives you this insight into like how I guess the Bronx is and what living in the Bronx is like, and just like the festivities and the parties and the adventures. And thought it was fire. Comes back in with the hook. That's dope. I like the call back to the old school calling Littyyy Bro Polio. That was awesome. Like, I was like, yo, people don't do that much anymore. Like, we don't have that like phone call.
Nah, it's because you don't drive.
I mean, there's maybe that. Well, no, I mean like in songs, like in music. Like, when's the last time you heard this in a verse? Like, usually it's just like the verse. I haven't in any new music. I haven't heard somebody like actually put like a phone call and then make it work into like that. So I thought it was cool because I like to fuck with those type of effects and those like imageries and things when it comes to music too, when I make my own. So that's fucking dope. And I just like how like Polly's like, yo, bro, if I'm coming with you, you got to get me an Uber Black. Like, just, I'm not driving tonight. Like, I'm getting fucked up too. So somebody better be like getting around. And I thought it was cool that he said smacked because I say smacked. I didn't know that was a thing. I was walking around proudly like, yo, I'm fucking smacked when I'm like really high or when I've gotten drunk. And then Paulie said it and I thought it was cool. And I'm going to take that for my team. I just want to say that.
Shout out Team Smacked.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I like how he goes like, we gonna be at, and it's like, you need to, if you know, you know, and he bleeps out where they're gonna be at, letting you know who they're with and what it's gonna be and how it's gonna roll, but you don't know the spot because you're not Littyyy Bro enough to know the spot. Because if you were, or if you were from the Bronx, you already know where the poppin' spot is. We don't need to tell you. So that was also cool and kind of what I got from that. And then Littyyy Bro Pax, yo, just like, when I come through, move, bitch, I'm rude, fly shit on, don't stop on these shit. Like, dude, just the way he like flows through it was so cool. And then like, so he does this whole 1 or 2 thing. And I have a homie who raps like that as well. So for me, like that was actually really cool to be like, oh shit, like I know a homie who raps with like Sunroof, open one on a choo-choo train when I come through, smoking 1 or 2 tokens. I got 1 or 2, you got roll. Like I have a homie who kind of has that same type of flow when he freestyles, and I thought that was really dope. So again, team nostalgia to me. So that was fucking dope. And Pax was solid, bro. Like that was really cool how he just kind of holds like the like just the energy through the track. And then even the end where it's like he goes kitty on my face. Now I think I caught COVID. Like even the way that COVID, it's like COVID, and it just kind of like spazzes out. I thought that was dope. And then Flacko just comes back in super hard with they move out the way when we come through, and it's just you get stuck in your head, and it's like I I had this image of like Flacko looking like how Flacko looks with like everybody behind him walking through the Bronx and people just moving out of the way. Like that's just what I had. I think that's the thought I had, right? And it was just like I could see it. Like I could see it on this. Like just their presence and the way they like do shit is just so cool, bro. It's Littyyy, bro. It's Littyyy. So I gave this a 4.8 out of 5. This is fucking fire.
Yeah, it's a great energy. It feels like you're out with the broskies. You're about to tear shit up. Everybody's, having a blast. I mean, when you're hanging out the windows in the sunroofs, you know you're at a point in the night where things may be a little faded and a little more wild, because that's not such a sober 2 p.m. in the afternoon type of vibe, is all I'm trying to say. And then you listen to the verse, and it's like we're getting fucked up, we're partying, everything with the 1-2. I don't know why I said that. Either way, he's getting fucked up to 1-2 the next day in the afternoon. So it's like, yo, we going in today. Then he gets home and he's like passed out, and then it's like the wife is like screaming at you like, well, where were you last night? What were you doing? And he's like, I ain't seeing shit. Like, then it's like back to the party, and it's like, yo, we out there. Life is like, I can't hear haters. Life is soundproof. I thought that line was pretty cool, because it's like, when you're locked into your little world and you're having the time of your life, it's like, honestly, like you've left the real world and you've moved into like this little, I guess, metaverse existence where you're playing in the real world, but you playing by your own rules and you just having the time of your life. Like, I'm going to have my cake. I'm going to eat it too. They can't do it how I'm going to do. It's Littyyy Bro. I brought the whole crew, and you already know how the Bronx do. And it's just this affirmation of strength. Like, I'm going to get what I want, tying it back into, like, that first track, reminding you, a little bit of that thank you narrative, how that energy's still out. Only this time we ain't, necessarily trying to smash some ladies. We just tearing shit up with the peoples, having a boys' night. I feel like that's what the phone call does. Like, it kind of exemplifies that, with Polly being like, yo, where's it at? I'm going to come through, and I'm going to fucking drink your shit when I get there. And then Pax is introduced, and I like the way he's done that there. Like, it's almost like a throwback to, like, when they would, like, hype up a person featured on a track, but it's just done in a clever, almost story arc kind of way. Pax tears it through. He fucking rips his shit. He brings like that hard kind of rap edge to it, where I don't think we've gotten a lot of this vibe on this project. What I thought was really cool, and I guess maybe not everyone's going to catch it, is when he goes 1 or 2 piece, still leave a job broken. That's absolutely going back to the 2-piece remix where he's on it, and kind of giving homage to the track, which I thought was really dope. Because, like, when you shout out your own tracks and whatnot, but it really fit into the scheme and made it cool. Otherwise, I thought his verse was dope. I don't know if I have a lot to quote off of it outside of the cock COVID line, which you pointed out, which is dope. But, like, overall, it's just more his energy. Like, it just feels like the testosterone gets spiked the fuck up on this one. And I think it balances out the entire energy. This is another 4.5 for me. I feel like it's like you could just put this on and mosh the fuck out to it. I feel like it sounds similar to shit we've heard, but different enough that, like, it still has its own distinct identity. And I don't know if I kept up with it entirely, but Sunroof is another reggaeton track. Flavors was Latin trap, in case I didn't say that. Anyhow. With all that being said, we can move on to Shake That Ass. All right, Chris, what do you think about this one?
It's cool. I feel like it keeps the project going and has like that dance energy, and it's just kind of like keeping you in that vibe of just wanting to feel good and feel happy. I like how it's just like, shake that ass for me, and let's just have a good time, and just kind of appreciating like the booty shaking, really. And I thought it was dope. I do like how in the second verse he's kind of like, I spend all my money on drugs and new clothes. I don't pay for pussy. That shit comes for free. Actually, bitches spend money on me. Like, that was just like a hard line. I thought it was super fire. Like, when you're at that point where you can just live life and do what you need to do, and people are like willingly just spending money on you because they just want to be a part of what you do, it's kind of a dope feeling. It's kind of a cool feeling. So that was fire. But I think it just kind of, the song itself just does what it does for the project, at least in my opinion. So I left it with like a 4 on 5. It was just kind of cool for me.
Yeah, it feels like a pretty fun song, to be honest. It just basically has, so you're out with the boys on Sunroof, right? And then, I don't know, you end up back with more booty shaking in your face, because what happens after you partying, bro? You're probably going to end up somewhere where the ladies at a certain point. And now it's got that more primal, charged up energy, and it's like the testosterone's cranked the fuck up, and now it's just shake your ass on me. Like, the romance shit's what we got a little bit earlier. This just feels more like, bitch, get your booty over here. Let's go. Let's have some fun. It feels like he's almost talking to a stripper. He's almost talking to somebody that is just like too gorgeous, just out there being the best thing in the world. However, as we find out, he's not paying for it. She just might be a stripper. It's just a coincidence of the situation. But somebody with like that level of fucking out there attention grabbing, or maybe she's just a amazingly fine independent woman that's not a stripper. But I felt like this feels like another booty clapping strip club kind of vibe to it. So or you're at the club or something. Either way, he's out there. He has this sofrito with him. And I kind of like the choke you while we fuck line. Just like, because again, it's like, it's just letting you know this is a different kind of primal than what we had earlier when the ladies was involved. This is more of that, like, I'm going to tear that shit apart vibes. And I really like it because it's not, like, typically a lot of times, like, songs like this, it's different energy. Like, people be like, I'm going to give you all my money. He's like, nah, we just here. I also really like, what did you say? The pussy juicy had to shoot the club up like it's Tuesday. And I don't know if I'm right, but that feels like, Juicy J and that 3-6 Mafia, like shoot the club up. Feels like some shit they would say, like, so I feel
But then
like,
also the club going up on a Tuesday reference as well, which is a song. So like that's actually really cool if he put those two together.
I
That's
mean, I
fucking
know
fire.
Flacko be in the 3-6 Mafia. There's no doubt in my mind about that. So, like, I don't see why
Right.
it wouldn't be. It just fit. And then, like, I beat the pussy up like Ali Bombay, which I believe is related to that Muhammad Ali shit. So, it's just, it's just good lines, man. I really appreciate it. Overall, the song is fun. This one's like a 5. It's really like you just throw this on and have a good time. Like, I don't see why anyone would not like this track. It does everything it's supposed to do in the vibe. And yeah, let's move on to Bad B. B. All right, Chris, how do you feel about this one?
I like it. I really do like the like empowering to the independent woman who does what she has to do and like still looks good and still tries and puts in effort to go out there and like really still kind of be part of, I guess, fashion, being a part of the scene, having fun and still looking like you're not out of touch with what's going on. So I did like it. I did appreciate it. And the way Flacco just kind of just like describes all these positive things about her is just really cool. Like good vibes, good times, good smile, cute feet, looks sweet, thick thighs, nice lines, nice eyes. She looks like a motherfucking prize. Like it's just this authentic, genuine appreciation for this woman who, with the way she's looking so beautiful and everything, also has this aura of like, yo, I have my shit together. I am like really well accomplished. I am like doing what I got to do. And then to tie it in with the end where like you got to sit it for your kids, it's like, yo, even if you are a mother, even if you are a parent, you can still do these things and still go be proud and celebrate yourself and go out and have fun and like fuck what people think and forget what like haters want to say and all this shit. Like you can still, look beautiful and look the way you want to go and just be a bad bitch, by the way, like bad bitch, however you want to look at it. Like you can be just a baddie and just go out there and do what you got to do. So I really did appreciate it. I really did like it. It was cool. I gave this another 4.2.
Yo, I like this song. Cause like, so in the last one, you kind of have him out there shaking that ass. It feels like there's multiple options and like there's like a bit of a vibe going on. And then I'm pretty sure like the chorus of this is pretty much like, any girl. It applies, an empowerment moves is very well done. I don't care if your hair's real or not. I don't just if you put that effort into being your best self, I fucks with you. That's what I feel with the chorus. But like, I know his woman, his wife is from fucking Brooklyn. So I'm like pretty sure this is just some shit where he's like praising his wife. Like it's just straight that. Like it's like actually her in his mind. And it's like, okay, so like the whole previous of this project is like, before her. And then it's like he meets her and she be like the super fine one. And then, okay, she's the one that came from the pack of all the other ones shaking their ass and whatnot. And now he's like obsessed with this one and it's just fucking lovely. I'm like, that's really cool if that's what the case is. Because it kind of adds like a bit of like it adds to like the overall love shit. Like things are messy when you're young, but then like you kind of get older, you rage out a bit, you have your moments, and then you find your like focus and your real love in the middle of it all, and that's like super sweet and super romantic. This one's another reggaeton, and Shake That Ass is another Kuduro one, by the way. And yeah, I like the way the beat flows. It's got a good energy to it. It's still dancey. It's got a catchy hook. It's just kind of, and it kind of introduces some food shit, which I think is actually related to where the project goes with the Cuchifritos track. So it kind of even introduces that idea of like desire and food being correlated in the greater context of sex and love on this project. And I think it's good. I don't know what else to say about it. So I'm going to give this one another 4.5. And then, like I said, Cuchifritos, some food on the next one. All right, Chris, how do you feel about Cuchifritos?
Yo, so I know the song's about food, and it's like really cool how like at this part of the night and like in the story after partying and all of this ass shaking and all of this fun time, you're hungry. So you want to go get some food. And I like this is like, I would assume like a Latin dish and something specific to like the whole theme of like what we're getting. But every time I hear the chorus, I hear coochie, I think pussy, and then I hear juicy, and then I'm like juicy pussy, and that's it. And that's
I'm gonna go with that was an on purpose thing.
I mean, of course, but that's like.
Bro, the first time I heard Cuchifritos, I was like, coochie. Right? You don't have no context. Somebody's like Cuchifritos. You're like, wait, what did you just say? Fried pussy?
Right? So, yeah, no, I mean, it's a vibe, it's a bop, and the way that he places the words right on with like the do, and like the tempo of the song was really cool, and like just the appreciation and the passion for the food was really, really cool as well. But like the whole song to me is about pussy, and I know it's about food, but just because like that's where my brain goes, like the whole song to me is like. It in some weird way, it's like it's about eating pussy, and it's fucking great. And I gave this a 4.2. No, 4.5. My bad.
He's like, no, that grade was too low. I really like this one. Like I said, I feel like we got introduced to the idea of food being used to, and it's not the first time. Like he uses like another potato or something in like flavors, and that also has this correlation of food and desire and sex all mixed together. But what really feels different about this one is. Okay, because half the shit's in Spanish, so like, that part I'm just gonna skip. But like, it feels like there's a lot of family references, and it's like more home. It's more like, this isn't just some random shit. This is my Cuchifritos, and like it's more like I love this one. This is my favorite shit. But also Cuchifritos is food. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's this like fried meat patty thing. Like it's a little ball of dough with like meat and shit in the middle. I think that's the Cuchifritos. I know we said we were getting Cuchifritos, and then we ate that shit, and it was delicious. So, but what I thought was really cool is because, like, he's got the juices, the jugos, mango, tamarindo, piña, all of this. Like, if you go to, because Cuchifritos is also, like, a chain that, like, started out selling Cuchifritos, and then it's also a food type. But they have all these juices at the Cuchifritos, and you just would also go in and get any of these different juice flavors that are there. So I thought that's cool that in the middle of all of this, it's like he's giving love to like the actual Cuchifritos experience that you can have there. And then, yeah, it's just like this sense of home, this sense of like familiarity, deliciousness, but things that like you appreciate, like not like, this is some new flavors. It's not that. It's like the familiar, enjoyable sense of comfortness to it. So like weirdly, this feels like a love song, but like to food and pussy at the same time, which just kind of feels like home, which is a really cool experience because it's so fucking upbeat and you want to turn up to that shit. And then the chorus is so cheeky. It's just cheeky. It's really fun. I like this song a lot. This shit's a 5. It's freaking amazing. It's got a whole ass vibe on it. And then just the way Polly shows up at the end. Love that sauce, baby. Sprinkle some adobo on that shit. I don't know what adobo is, but just the way he comes through at the end, it just is like the perfect like extra sauce to finish it up. That's sofrito. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about Cuchifritos. Although if you're in New York, you should eat some. The next one's Totiano. You enjoy this one, Chris? I see you vibing over there.
This is a banger. Straight out the gate, it's a 5-on-5 because Littyyy Bro 5 and Littyyy Bro Aqui are like, yo, the singing, yo, just yo, like, dude, what the fuck? She says she hospitaliano. I want to see it. I'm not even gonna try to sing it because I'll butcher it, but it's like just the way 5 sounds on this is fucking mind-blowing. Like, I even in like pre-review, I was like, yo, this is really, really good. This is really good. Like, I really, really like Littyyy Bro 5 and Littyyy Bro Aqui, or Littyyy Bro Aqui. I just like how like, hey, colored girl, I'll never treat you how I treat them other girls. Let me treat you. It's my treat. I got it covered, girl. Like, I just like the way he's like so soft spoken and he's really trying to like really talk to this person in like this nice way and really kind of like seduce her, but like with like not in this like aggressive playboy type shit. He's like, yo, I really like you. Like, I really want to treat you differently. I really want to like, yo, I know you got it. I'm gonna find out. You undiscovered, girl. You don't have to hide it. I'm excited. We got each other, girl. It takes a freak to know a freak. It's like there's just this like inevitable connection that they have, and that he sees that, and he's like, yo, like, let me just give me this chance to love you. Give me this chance. And I thought it was just super nice. And I was like, oh, all up in my feels with this. This was so great. And then even how like Flacko comes out and it's like, Latin lover and a fighter, keep that blade up under the tongue, ratchet tucked in my attire. It's like you get like, yo, she's also like somebody who can roll with you on some heavy shit too. It's not just like hold you down mentally or like emotionally. It's like, yo, if you gotta fight, she gonna fight too. And like that's also cool to know that like your girl's there ready to like back you up and like really get down with you with that. It's like, yo, that is a connection that we don't have together, that you can't break. And then it just flows super nicely. And then even like on verse 2, Aqui comes in and like just it's all great, dude. It's all great. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself. It's just really all great, and they just all sound like it just mixed properly, and they all flow together. And even like Flacco's auto tune wasn't even as high as like the other ones. It kind of was like turned down a little bit lower, and I felt like there was this like overall like just kind of softness to the song, but also this like determination and like hard shit. Because bro, let you swing in a pool of blood if I wild out with my clique. Like, they're not fucking around. Like, you also get this like, yo, we'll bang you out if we have to, but like right now we're still talking to the ladies here. We're gonna be soft, we're gonna be gentle, we're gonna be respectful, we're gonna
but don't get it twisted.
But don't get it twisted. We'll clock you one. You know what I mean? So I gave this a 5-on-5. Like, this was great to me, bro. This was whoo.
Yeah, it's a really like powerful song. I feel like it's got this like sense of like shared emotion here, the way that they cut each other off, but they're all kind of saying the same thing. Like, I want you. I used to be this. You're the one now. And so it kind of like continues the story, but in the same way like the first track felt very Flacko, and then the second track expanded to include like the whole team. In like a love sense, I feel like the track before was more focused on him, and now it's like, nah, B, I'm not crazy. Other people feel this shit too. Like, people with Sofrito get this experience kind of thing. And, you know, we get to walk out and like, yo, forget my past ways. You're so amazing. I want you to be my woman forever. And then like there's this extra sense where it kind of feels like a Latin rom-com fucking sitcom vibe of pure passion and intensity. Like, forget all the other ones. You are the one for me now. And it just kind of like kicks in like that, and I'm like, damn, this is like a hard song. And the way they sing over it is gorgeous. And then Flacko like just is like this grittier undertone on the song, and then the way they like seamlessly cut in and out on the verses kind of like adds this sense of like, yeah, we smooth and everything, but we also not. And I feel like that's like what Flacko really brings to the track here, that like takes it to another level. And then I like it. I don't know what else to say. It's like a smooth you know, gonna seduce and fuck your bitch type of song, because it's got that level of smooth singing like you pointed out. It's gorgeous. And the way he hits like the the big Latin beat there. It's perfect singing. This one is Latin pop. And I feel like the pop vocals, actually, now that I read that, it really hits nicely, but it's so clean and it's so catchy and it's so airy. And like, I could see this being a big single on this project if he pushes that.
Just to like quickly tangent on something, like in that cinematic drama, Latin drama-esque feel, the parts where like Flacko kind of like comes in and cuts other people off, I feel like they're like having like all three dudes are having the same conversation, and it's one of those scenes that it's like they're kind of like saying each other's like finishing each other's sentences while talking to different women, but they're all echoing the same sentiment. I don't know if I'm like depicting that image properly, but that's kind of what I saw when you said that. So just want to throw that in there. Very creative.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I have it a 4.5 because it's less my vibe, but it's a really well made song. Then we can move on to Buenas Noches. Yo, what do you think about this one, Christopher?
It's a 4, and it's really just more the high energy and excitement that I get from this. But like, I don't really have much more to say about it. I just kind of feel like it does kind of carry the project along. I do like the effects that are used on Littyyy Bro Polly, and I think Flacko does well. It just, I don't know. It kind of, this is how it always felt every time I listen to this. I was just like, meh. Like, okay, it's a 4. Like, it's not bad. The flows, the pockets, the thing, the on the beat, everything's good. I'm just, all right.
Yo, I like this one. I feel like, okay, so now you got your queen locked down. What do? You go back out again. What are you winning? So now you're going out there and you're extra Littyyy. And so it almost brings it back. Like, let's not forget why we out here. Yeah, love comes in the way, life happens. But nah, at the end of the day, we here to get Littyyy, bro. And I love the way Polly just belts it out with powerful vocals. The way he sings it, they like sauced up the vocals very nicely. And I feel like his delivery just carries this pure, raw desire to get fucked up and have the best night. Like, your night's not going to be as good as Polly's night is the feeling I get from that, the way he sings that hook. And then Flacco's verse just kind of feels airy, like he's out there celebrating and having a good time. And it's really cool. And I like the way the shots kind of lines up. But really, I'm more into the way Polly just stole this shit, man. Polly just fucking, everything he belts it out. You're just like caught up in the loop of Polly's fucking singing. And then, don't even get me wrong, Flacco's verses are good. But in this case, I feel like Polly really stole the show. And that's all I can really remember. It's just the powerful energy. I like Flacko gives this break and you're enjoying it and it got this airy, dancey feeling to it. But then we come back in with that hook and it's just like, whew, it's too good. The beat's powerful. It's a great energy. This one is apparently trap salsa. And it does have its own distinct feel, so we haven't said that before, but I really like it. It's fun. It makes you want to, like, classy dance. Like, there's a classiness to this track where it's like as much as they're tearing it up, they're not doing it low-key. They're still going to keep it Littyyy, bro. I get this a 4.5. I really love the energy on it. And I guess that brings us to the last one on the project, Sancocho. All right, Chris, how do you feel about this one?
Bro, this is gangster as fuck. Like, just to end the project on this, like, really hard, like, we gave you the dance, we gave you the soft, we gave you the love, we gave you all this, like, booty shake and flex and talk. Let's just remind y'all where we really from, and let's just remind y'all what we could really do. And I'm still stuck on, yo, this is hard as fuck. Like, even Flacco stood out where it was just like, I get a bag, yeah, I be fucking it up. I said I get a bag, yeah, I be fucking it up. I keep the hate on my lap, fuck guns in the trunk. If I untuck it, yeah, then it fucking erupts. And I'm just like, okay. that's like a whole other side of shit that I may not have seen or perceived yet because I didn't know that. And I think that there is this like, but like, no, I say that for a point because it's like, if you know, right? And this has that essence to this song where it's like, if you know really where we're from and what we've been through and who we are, you would like, this wouldn't shock you the way it shocks me. And I think that's part of what this is. Like, even though we can do all of the things that we've done on this project, we're still hard. We're still fucking thug as shit. We're still like real big bosses in this, and we're still moving the way we gotta move. And then Pauly just fucking like Pauly's verse, like was just hard, bro. Like, just talk about how he's flipping property and not like other people, and just like, I'm better than you, and like y'all don't really know. It's just, this whole song is just fucking hard, bro. Like, just the bar play, and not even the bar play, but just the straight honesty and the genuine of like, yo, we really are this fucking baller, and like y'all need to stop like thinking otherwise. It's just really fucking hard, really cool. I gave it a 4.8 on 5.
Yeah, I like this one too. First of all, I like the way that Steve Almighty flips the Magalena song into like that hook, and it's just like you, cause like it's so familiar, and then it's just so different, you know. But it's such a strong emotional, cause like it taps into this like sense of accomplishment and success and victory. So like after everything's been done, what's left but to be like, yo, we did this, and then it's just like, but don't forget, all like tucked into one. It's such a interesting, like you get caught off guard. When I was in New York, he was like, be comfortable, but don't be too comfortable. But be comfortable, but don't, like this kind of like, you be careful. And I feel like this song is a reminder of that. Like you're having this like really fun time, but don't get too comfortable, because you got to remember where we're from and what it be. And I'm like, damn, that's like a hard ending to this project. Like it and then his verse is ridiculous. It's like fucking straight bars, like, like against whatever ops and whatnot. I'm just like, damn, that's hard. When Flacko want to be going in, he be going in. As like you, I had not heard this before. I was a little like, what? That's fucking hard. Turn up shit. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, rep for the Bronx, you know where I'm from. I really like the triple OG. I be puffing on blunts because I heard him talking about how the little ones don't do blunts no more. So it's actually like an old man thing to still be on blunts like that. So I thought that was good. I thought it was fun. But overall, I just like everything from the way it's like, they a bag of za, homie, I be grinding them up. Every time you see me, I be climbing it up. Forehead looking shiny as fuck. It's like, yeah, I do have a shiny forehead, bitch. I'm shiny as fuck. I'm a star, mother. I'm like, yeah, I'm grimy. I got everything about the energy is just proper. We look so good. Your girl loves it. And Pauly's verse is crazy. Do you even got two balls for what it be? Do you even got what it takes to be a fake person, fake rollies and fake rings and fake chains? Put it all together with the condo equals chump change. And then later on, he tops it into like ownership and shit. But like all of this is nothing. Like even owning a condo, it's not real ownership, right? Like it's like a percentage stake in a bigger company's ownership. So you're like a minority owner. You're not really an owner. You just are renting in a much more complicated way where you get better return on investment than a person who typically rents. So it's not like real ownership. And his attitude is like, it doesn't matter where you're at. I'm going to run through your city and be myself and put my face wherever I want because I'm good. And then he like owns property and shit out in like the middle of New York somewhere. And he's like owns land, hunts, lives off of it, all that shit. So he be like dropping like pigeon, sparrow, crow fucking bars. And I'm like, I'm sure there's some level of double entendre I'm not getting. But I don't think most of us would be like, hawks, owls take flight for the dreams ends meet. And you're like, yo, that actually ties into what his actual dreams are that make his ends meet, but also gives his imagery of not being in the city in spite of all that I'm in the city taking over your shit things. It's a really flexy thing. And then it just like fades into that minute-long outro, and it feels like the closure to a project. And I'm like, this is a really good one. This might be my favorite song on this whole thing. I'm going to give it a 5. I really like it a lot. And, yeah, I guess that's the end of our Volume 3, Coquitos and Cuchifritos. album review. What do you think about the project as a whole?
As a whole, I think it's pretty solid. I think there's a lot of different like vibes you can catch on different tracks. I like a lot more of like the softer ones. I definitely like that singing song one. The with Littyyy Bro 5. Um, I mean, I guess like if you really like this genre of music and you really enjoy like the Latin dancing and all of that theme, you're really gonna like this. If you generally just like dance music and you like having a good time and you just kind of want to party and feel like you're just enjoying the moment, you're also really gonna like this as well. I think that the Littyyy Bros do a really great job at like embodying that party essence and just really tapping into like what being like a baller lifestyle is without having to be so like lavish and like all these other things like we see on socials and shit. They just kind of really are doing it. And I think that there's that level of authenticity that really stands out. Um, Overall, I mean, this is like a 4.5 on 5 project overall. I really think it does slap, and I was really impressed with like a lot of the different type of like flows and the different type of like just effects and the way that they kind of just play around with their voices and shit. Like it was really, really cool. And that last song, that sticks. That sticks.
I
So
appreciate that. I also like the album a lot. I think it's like versatile. I think it has this whole energy to it where like you don't expect it at first to have this level of like story arc. I mean, I kind of did a bit, but like the level of cohesiveness, because it kind of goes like, yo, we fucking hoes and doing all this shit, but then like by the end of it, you know, you all committed and winning and taking over the world, and it like feels like a movie in a sense, told through the music of the different energies, and it feels very human too. Like, yo, like some of my favorite parts is shit like, yo, I got in trouble for getting home way too loud in the middle of the afternoon, being annoying, trying to get some sleep while she yelling, asking questions about what the fuck I was at. Like, it's that level of candid. Like, there are bars that are literally like sound like stories he's told me, kind of thing. Like, it's super fucking cool to see come together. And then just this energy, you like, I feel like this best encapsulates what it is to be a Littyyy Bro. Like, if you want to know what it is to be a Littyyy Bro, this is like the codex for you to break down and understand the energy that you need to tap into. And it's cool because you get to see the progression across the projects too, as the different vibes. Like, it almost feels like it's more mature. Like, this is some growing man Littyyy Bro shit, ready to come and take over. Like, grown man owning shit, having your woman, being proper, but also having like a fun exploration of various Latin sounds and genres and Spanish and English blended together. It's a cool ass experience. I give it like a 4.5 too. It's a good project I would go back to. And I guess that's it, y'all. This is the end of our Littyyy Bros Volume 3 Coquitos and Cuchifritos album review. I appreciate all of you that came through here and watched it. Definitely make sure to check out the Littyyy Bros project. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff for the people that are not with us live. And thank you to all of you who stuck with us on the live video. We absolutely appreciate you being here with us on this very fine Sunday morning. And if you want to see us cover a particular album, make sure to hit up the Patreon, patreon.com/behindthatsuit. And on that note, everyone, I don't know what else to say in this moment. I really appreciate everybody out there. So live long and prosper, everyone.
bye.